but for some reason.
All right, man. We're live. I'm gonna
All
get some
right.
folks in. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got baseball season starting here shortly, which is always a fun time. I'm not coaching this season.
That's a fun time.
'Cause
I
I love
coach too. I
coaching,
like
but
not coaching.
yeah, I love coaching. But Landon told me specifically, hey, I want you to not be my coach this year. And I said, you know what?
Oh,
I can do that.
you
Because
can do that, definitely. Yeah.
he recognized, that he does better on the field when I'm not on the field. So I said, no problem.
Good
Not
for
a
him.
problem. Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
him to even say that. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. All right. Got some folks in here. Joe Repko, welcome, sir.
Hi, Joe.
Chris Vargo. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're prepared for all the rain we're about to get.
I'm about to get it too. We just unplugged some things here. We're getting some thunderstorms coming through right now. So I better open these up in a hurry.
Over like the next 4 days, we're supposed to get up to 4 inches of rain. So it's going to be bad. Sandy. What's up, Sandy? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, Sandy. Wow.
There's Sean, Josh, Jamie, Art. A full house here tonight.
How do we spell that? How do we pronounce that after Art? Hinojos?
I think it's Hinojos.
Hinojos.
Have you interacted with Art? He's a super cool guy.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So we're here for one reason and one reason only.
The no-hosts.
That's you, my friend.
Oh,
you
man.
got a box that was delivered to you.
I do.
And ironically enough, without giving too much of it away.
There was an accordion in here.
I know what happened to the box.
I don't know.
Golly.
That wasn't me.
I know. You posted that picture, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah. Got crushed.
So
I'm just going to start prepping it while you're talking. I'm going to prep it a little bit.
So, Tony, without giving too much of it away, ironically, you have the proper shirt on for this rack also.
Oh, nice.
So, every month, I guess this is what our second year doing this now. We've done Grail or goal racks for folks that are deserving of it. And, I mean, this thing has grown to 100 people in the chat who participate. Tony, you're one of them. And it's getting harder and harder to find somebody that's not in the chat group to get this for. But, we've worked our way around it and, have fun. So you're opening it up. I'm going to stop talking and take it away.
I'm just starting to go. I'm just going through the list. I just opened the top, and it's funny because everybody knows to be on this end of it, it's a lot more awkward than to just donate to somebody you picked out. It's just awkward. And I hope, because this was like one of those where it's a blind one and you send the money in, and I actually sent money in for this one too, and you paid me back. But I hope whoever's on this list that doesn't even know who I am is not upset that it's me. You always fear the worst, There's so many names on here that I am familiar with, and it's just the same people basically that are in that same rack private chat that we have going on. Great names on here. I mean, you can see a list that's, I don't know if that's coming. Is that coming in backwards?
No, it's right side up.
Okay. All right. To me, it looks backwards. And there were so many we couldn't even fit it on.
I know this is the first time I had to go 2 pages with this list.
2 pages. Wow. And I made the mistake of saying, whoever gets this rack, they better do a live stream because I want to see this. And then I wish I never said it because I didn't want it to be me to have to do the live stream. All right. So people that don't know, you had said this was going to be 28 PSA cards, graded cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have stack 1, stack 2. And it's very dark outside, and the deer are not going to be here. It's dark and it's raining.
Mm. So the setup of this here is pretty fun. I had fun with this one, and I think this is probably the most fun one I've put together.
All right, here we go. First card. Charlie Smith, 1965. So the thing with the 1965 is that's my favorite set ever. Roy McMillan. You can see PSA 8. That's my favorite set ever. It's the first one I had as a kid that I started pulling my own, buying my own cards at the candy store.
Oh, nice.
Wow. These are great. My God. I never seen so many slabs in my life. How cool is that? Pitcher Jack Fisher. I'm going to need more wall space for this. This guy just passed away recent. Steady Eddie Kranepool. One of my faves.
Ah.
Wow. Where did you find so many Mets? My God.
eBay. It's good for some
eBay.
things.
I actually had this card and sold it.
I love that. I love that picture of Stengel. It was like
he was such a character. He really was. Yeah, this is the set Warren Spahn when he was a Met.
I didn't know Spawn played for the Mets until I put all this together.
Larry Bernarth. This guy became a pitching coach. This is so cool. Ron Hunt at one point set a record for getting hit by pitch. I think at one point he had the record.
Jason Kendall break that in the early 2000s?
Somebody broke it. Who'd you say?
Jason Kendall, catcher for the Pirates.
Oh my God. Jesus. I'm going to have to buy another wall display. This is a great card. Oh, man, this is awesome.
Which one's that?
One of my favorite players, Cleon Jones.
Oh, nice.
One of my favorite players. I actually have him sitting up there right now from one of his 1970 Kellogg's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, another graded one. That's awesome. Some of these names are great. We got Hawk Taylor.
Hawk Taylor.
I've never seen so many Mets in my life. Larry Miller. Sorry if I'm boring anybody, but Galen Cisco. You're gonna remember some of You're gonna remember some of these names from when you know them as coaches, not as players. Al Jackson. Oh my God, Jesse Gonder. Wow. Mets rookies. That didn't amount to much. This one's great. Love this card. Always did. Never had.
Yogi.
Always wanted to get it. Always wanted it too. And these cards just look great, man. I don't even care about them. These grades. They look great. They just display great too.
Yeah, they're real nice looking set.
Oh my God, crazy. Wouldn't be complete without that one. Got to have the team set.
There you go.
Right?
That's it. Even if they did finish 10th place the year before.
Yep. And we also you threw in 65 rookie stars.
Yep.
a heck of a rack.
The Tony
Me
Freeze.
sending Sarah wrote 20 baseball gloves that I found in a store in some little village shop. It was a really cool rack. This is unbelievable.
So I mean, obviously you saw there. That's the whole Mets team set from that 65.
That's crazy.
That's their entire set. And the reason for that, Tony, is because, I don't post things just to post things, right? There's a purpose behind it. And January 1, when I put out there, what are your hobby goals? This is the reason why. I want to hear what's going on. And you put in yours, you want to add more 65 tops PSAs to your Willie, Hank, and Roberto. So
Oof.
I was looking around and I thought, and honestly, I was looking around. All I did is I typed in eBay 1965 tops, and the first card, I'm not joking, the first card that popped up was that Yogi Berra. And that's what triggered this year. I'm like, you know what? Let's see what Mets are out there. And to be able to get that entire team set was unreal.
Totally insane. So these cards, when I had them, they didn't look like this. So this is the first set. We'd go to the store, we'd buy packs whenever we got a little extra cash, whatever, and we would rubber band them up. We'd have them, we'd kill them with rubber bands. And the kids today, or even like from the last 20 years, they have no idea. We used to take these cards, we'd stack them. Of course, we put them in our spokes too. We didn't care,
Mm-hmm.
But that was like currency for us because we would gamble with these things. So we would take them and we put like, even though I was a Met fan, we all like to try to collect the Yankees. We put them on the bottom, and we would scale the wall. And anytime you scale it, you try to scale it against the wall. And whenever you scale the next one and it landed on another one, you cleaned up everything that was on the ground. Those were yours. So like kids today, it's like they get them, they put them, they sleeve them. We didn't sleeve them. We gambled with them. It was great. Then we used to flip them sometimes. If we flipped them, we'd call like odds or evens. It would have to be both like this or both like this.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'd call odds if it flipped like that, just two of you guys flipping. You took both cards, gambled that way. If you scaled it against the wall and it landed on a leaner, just lean on its side, standing up. If you scaled the next card, you knocked it down. You still cleaned up all the other ones. You won those. That's what we did, man. And I just got fond memories of, 4 or 5 of us with our bicycles on the ground, not even with the kickstand up, just laying on the ground. We couldn't wait to rush into the store, go right to where they were selling the baseball packs, grab our packs, open them up, chew the gum, see who we got. Just this is the year for me that it just goes back to very fond memories. Just seeing this pennant, it just brings you back to a nicer time, a nice simpler time,
And
Maybe
what you just said, that story, that's the hobby, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing with these. We're supposed to be having fun with them,
Right.
I mean,
and that's why with the kids in the school, I'm trying to them, and it's like, and I don't post it as often, but it's every day at the school with these kids. It's like, Mr. Schreck, you got cards? Mr. Schreck, you got cards today? I said, well, not today. Don't worry. I'll come in the cafeteria. We'll figure it out. I'll get them to you. So I do it like a few times a week. And just to see their faces. Some of them appreciate it. Some of them really could care less. And I did find out that 6th and 7th graders, they love them still. I start to lose them in 8th grade. Maybe a couple 8th graders still want cards.
but
now they're starting to get into girls. Maybe they're starting to get a little puberty. I'm not sure. But, I'm just watching the flash of lightning too. So it's coming. But,
so I don't know if you can see the chat, but we got 20 people in here watching this, and they're all excited for you.
I'm seeing it now. I can't see it on here, but I'm looking on my phone. I can see it.
Yeah, a lot of teachers. Kyle's in here. Mr. K-Dub.
Yep. K-Dub.
Recognize him for coming in. Thank you, sir. But Tony, like, all of us know what you do at school, like with the cards and the kids. I don't know how many people know how it began. So tell us how that all began.
I started putting packs together, and I just had my own extra cards. And then I started I went through all of my cards. before I even started posting on, like, does anybody have any on X or on Twitter? So I would put like a box in my car, and right now I have 2 boxes or maybe more in the trunk of both of my cars. And I started when I would go out to dinner, I'd like with the wife and another couple or something. I'd see some people, a family would have their kids at a table, and I'd be like, and the kids are on their phones, mom and dad aren't paying attention, and I was like, I'm gonna go, and I had everything. I had Pokemon cards, which I'm short on now, but I had Pokemon, baseball, basketball. So I'd say to the waitress, can you do me a favor, find out if ask that couple like the kids like find out if the kids like Pokemon, or if they like sports cards. And the waitress would come back, and I'd tell my wife, I'd make an excuse. I'd go to the car, come back, I'd put them on the table, and they'd be like shocked. And, oh, wow, thank you so much. So, and nobody, any of the couples that we were with didn't know I did that. And then the best thing was when the parents were smart enough or just good parenting, told them, make sure you go before we leave, you go to that table and thank that person that gave you the cards. And you got the little kids coming over, well, thank you so much for the cards. And then they'll say something like, I got so-and-so in this card too. And then everybody at the table will be like, wow, that was really cool, you know? One time I was at a place and they got the cards and they sent the kids over, they left, and then we go to pay the check and they're like, well, before you go, the couple wanted to buy you guys all around the dessert. And we didn't even get dessert. And it was like $50 off my bill or more. It was crazy. That's not why we do it, but
Mm-hmm.
some people just like, they're so impressed with it. And it's not, it's just this, look, we do our racks like I was the recipient of this one. I'm very thankful for, but that's not why because of the kindness. It's just
Yep.
to pay it forward. It. You know what? I'm in the school. Why don't I see if I could just like see if anybody wants packs in the school? So I tried to get a card once a month for cards, like a club after school, but the logistics of trying to get a new bus to do it after school, and they couldn't do it. So someone has to be certified to stay with me after school. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hand them out. And then I just started handing them out, and it just grew. And then I went from handing them out to trying to put like some of the better cards in some packs. So we have 4 marking periods. So we have honor roll, high honor roll. So everybody's when they start asking me for cards, not right now. Anybody got honor roll or high honor roll this week? Show me your certificate. We'll give you cards. So I'd go in the cafeteria. They got their little certificate. They're like, Mr. Schreck, I got really cute. I really did get high honor roll, but I left my certificate in my locker. Can I still get cards? I'm like, yeah. I trust you. I don't think you're gonna lie to me. But I can look it up if you're lying. I can find out. But and then just the way that it took off and how much they appreciate it, especially 6th and 7th graders. So I just get a kick out of it. I love it. So
I mean, what was the initial reaction when like that first group of kids that you gave cards to at school? I mean,
it was crazy. And then the first time I did the honor roll, high honor roll, I caused a scene in the cafeteria. I said, I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore. They started shoving each other online, like they thought I was going to run out of cards. They wanted to make sure. I said, I got plenty. Don't start fighting online. You're going to end up in the ISS room for me giving out cards. In school suspension.
yeah.
Yep. But no, it's just and we have a bunch of these guys that still do it. A lot of the teachers have their clubs, and they're giving them out. They know exactly what I'm talking about. If I had someone like that when I was going to school that gave me sports cards, you wouldn't forget something like that. I remember the '69 Mets. I was in like 7th grade, 8th grade, and my teacher was a Mets fan, and they had the World Series to play during the day, and we're in school, and I'm a big Mets fan. I'm just a little kid, but I'm like, I know all their batting averages, their names, their numbers on their jerseys, right? I was real, Mets geek. And the math teacher goes, I'm going to go. He drank a lot too, the math teacher. So he would go into the boiler room where the custodians were, and he'd have a little nip too. But he had the radio on. They had the transistor radio on. And he'd get the score. He'd come back. He'd tell us the score, and it'd be like, Don Clendenin just hit a home run. Then he'd go back in. Come back in. He goes, Don Clendenin just hit his 2nd home run. The Mets are up. Like, oh, my God, you're kidding me, It's just fond memories with sports, and especially with baseball, and especially with the 65 set, which is absolutely nuts. I thank all of you immensely. This is just, like I said, it's awkward. I mean, I had to wait a long time to open that box.
Yeah, it's certainly deserving though, Tony. I
some
mean,
people, some people were, some people were more anxious than me. It was crazy. They
yeah,
were like,
I
"Can
mean,
you open it? Can you open it at night? Can you wait longer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can wait
you know,
longer."
I understand the awkwardness. I mean, I've certainly been there myself, but don't forget you're deserving of this. I mean, for what you do in your school, but everybody here too. Um, but
There's
I
so
got to
many
tell you,
deserving.
there are. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are. I mean, I have a list. If I could show you my phone, the list of people and kind of like
No doubt.
what the cards are. I mean, this thing's going to continue on forever. And like I said, we got 100 people in this chat. I'm sure we can add to it. As it goes on. Um, it's such a fun thing to do, and I appreciate everybody playing along and staying
Yes.
along with it. I mean, honestly, like when we have these blind ones, I'm nervous about it myself, because one, people got to have faith and trust in me, to do the right thing. And that's why, like, I make sure that everyone knows, like, the card. I mean, you saw it in there. Every time a card
Yeah.
came in, I was posting it, but it is scary because I'm waiting for the day for someone to say, "Oh, it's for Tony Schreck. Well, I want my money back because of it." And look, I will. I'll give the money back. I mean, if you truly
Yeah.
have a
No,
beef with the guy,
yeah, I'd be lying if I said it didn't cross my mind. That's why I started off with saying, I hope nobody's upset it came to me. I mean, I didn't even know it was coming to me. But
yeah.
even when you
Uh,
first started posting it, and people, when they found out it was for me, they're like, congratulating me, well deserved. And and the person that's saying it, I'm like, it would have been well deserved for you too. That's how good these people are.
yeah, yeah,
It's
no.
crazy.
So then the waiting stuff for me too. But it's kind of a part of the whole schedule I have and the plans, and it gets worse at Christmas time. I mean, I've I
Oh,
think it was
yeah.
2 years ago. I sent Gold Line Cards a Christmas rack before Thanksgiving, and marked on the box he couldn't open it till like December 30th. So I mean, that's what 6 weeks. Um, so I mean, it can cause some chaos for sure, but it's a good time. It's a good time. All these racks that we do as a group are
No,
fantastic.
it's great. It really is. And then the people just like, and how fast some of these fill up, it's insane that they're all ready.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but I think
Sent,
it's
sent.
it speaks to the community though, right? It speaks to what these people want to do. I mean,
No, it does.
I've started listening to a lot of different hobby related podcasts this year, and the word that keeps coming up is a word that we've been using, and I don't think we're the creators of it by any means because it's nomenclature, but it's community. I mean, people are really taken to that word, and I think we've all created our own little communities, within the hobby and the whole hobby community, collectively. So it's certainly something that I think we all enjoy and all look forward to. So I can't wait to release who April is. I don't know who April's is yet, but
Oh,
it'll come to me within the next day or two.
good.
I don't think I'm posting it tomorrow. I don't want people to think it's a joke.
Oh, yeah. I hate April 1st.
Me too, for so many
It's,
reasons. Yeah.
no. Yeah, but it is a
Oh, I
community.
miss
And
you
I,
too,
I
man.
just, I get it. And I see people that are having a bad time. They're getting a bad taste in their mouth from the hobby. And I'm just like, you're following the wrong people.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're posting, or I don't know if you're going in with a bad breaker, and breaking's not my thing, but you're just not following the right people. And the other night, when you had to open all those boxes, you did a great job. I don't think I could do it. I had a hard enough time boring people with these Mets, my 65 Mets doing this, but you did a great job with that.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, it, you know, I was talking with Garrett last night. Um, last night or 2 nights ago, doesn't matter. But I was telling him, I'm working hard at this rack of the day thing, and I've said it that, this year I want to turn it into a nonprofit. And there's some things in the works right now. I can't speak upon them at this moment in time, but there's some things in the work that I think could make it happen this year. And you know, it's something that I'm thankful for and I appreciate. And I think the breaking aspect of it last week uh, could potentially be an aspect of it, not an every week thing, though. I couldn't do that. That's for sure.
That's a
So
lot. That's a
that's
lot.
a lot. I mean, when I was with Buck City Breaks 2 weeks ago, I mean, my God, I mean the process that he goes through for everything. I mean, I feel it with what I did last week and with Ripping for the Cure. I mean, I feel it just in those times. I don't know how these breakers do it on a weekly basis. I give them all the respect in the world.
Uh, no, like I know Ben at Midwest, it's like full-time job for him. That's a
Yep.
lot. And breaking's not my thing. And in the beginning, I went in a couple with him, but he's got such a good, like another community he has. These people keep going in these breaks. I give him a lot of credit. I just can't do that.
Now
That's a lot.
it's, but hey, you know what? They do a fine job with it. And like you said, you got to get hooked up with the right people. You really, really do.
Absolutely.
And that's,
So I'm
you know,
getting thunderstorm and showers here right now. It's coming your way, I'm guessing.
oh, it's already past us.
Oh, past you already? So I got a
Yeah.
second?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So now I
So,
got it.
all right. Well, if you got those coming, we're gonna hop off here. We're gonna let you get back to the
All right.
Mets
I just
game.
want to
Enjoy that game.
no, I just want to thank everybody so much again. I mean, a lot you guys went in blind, didn't even know it was for me, and it's like I said, it's just awkward, but it's very much appreciated. I don't take it lightly, and I'm talking like I see some of the names that most of the names that are on this list, all heavy hitters in our community too. You know,
Oh,
they're all batting
100%.
cleanup, as far as I can say. Yep, great.
100%.
All right, let me go post a thank you myself right now.
All right, Tony. Have a good one,
All right,
man.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Love
you
to see
too.
it. We'll be in touch.
All right, thanks everybody. I appreciate it so
Bye.
much. All right,
Bye.
bye bye.